Hey guys, today's grocery haul is brought to you by Blowing the Budget. Not just a little, but quite a bit actually. What's a budget, you ask? Well, today I obviously can't tell you because not only did that go out the window, but so did our list and everything else. Sean went with me. Instead of going Saturday like we've been doing, I ended up going today on Friday. You're seeing this on Monday. I went and did it after dropping our extra kiddo off at school. Thought, oh, I'll go here this morning and get it all done. No, I have been gone all day. Now, granted, I stopped and saw my dad for a little bit too, but guys, it was so slow. And yeah, anyhow, what an adventure. I'm going to show you everything we got and then I'll run through what happened to the budget afterwards. See guys, I'm not even kidding. Look at the amount of food that we have here. All right, I'm gonna start on this end. I'm gonna get through this as quick as I can for you. So Eat Off the Eaten Path. This is actually a really good brand of like chip alternatives and stuff. Completely safe for me. I saw those, went ahead and grabbed a bag of each. One of them is actually the little like chip discs and the other one is more of a, it's like a puff style, kind of like a, I think Cheeto, but made out of much better ingredients. 2 bags of Ruffles and a bag of the cheddar bacon. Common theme you're going to see today is that we are going to be having a bunch of people over tomorrow to do a fence raising party and we have to feed everybody. So there's quite a few things I actually picked up for that. Some just because for other reasons too. So got those, which I'll get to the dip here in a minute. Go ahead and come down to the front. That's what the 2 things of broccoli salad are for. This is something I was not introduced to until we had moved across the state, moved back, and then I started finding it out here. So it's kind of a nice treat. It's got broccoli, mayonnaise, sunflower seeds, usually craisins, some red onion. Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing. Actually, I'd love to hear wherever you're from if this is a thing where you live. Because like I said, I had not heard of it until I moved to the eastern end of the state. And now I'm starting to see it a little bit out here on the western end. Okay, the spinach dip and the hummus is to go with the chips. The hummus is actually also to go with those baby carrots. Since 2 of our daughters are still doing a sugar-free diet. And in general, it's just better eating. And our kids love hummus. It's been a little while since I've bought some. So we got that all to go together. The bananas, picked those up at Target. Their rack was looking pretty decent today. So got 2 bunches of those. Another bag of apples because we've been going through those. 2 heads of cauliflower. Those are for a soup recipe that I'm going to be trying this week. I could not remember if I actually needed 1 or 2, so I grabbed 2. And I also discovered cauliflower is not cheap this time of year. In fact, the regular cauliflower, which is what I got, was the exact same price as the organic. And all of the organic looked like it had already started turning bad. So I went ahead and just got the regular this time around. Like I said, it was the exact same price. It was $5 a head for the cauliflower. So again, I don't know what produce prices are right now anywhere else, but I know that that's not cheap. Celery, got that because what we had in the fridge had finally gone bad. Almost missed the applesauce underneath there.
My chips.
Are those your chips?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you go play for now. The applesauce is because one of our kids has been enjoying the big jars of applesauce that we had bought and asked when we're going to get the cups again. I thought, you know what? It is still winter. Produce is harder and harder to come by this time of year, guys. So any way I can get that kind of stuff into them. Now, I'm wondering if mangoes are in season, though, because they had a giant stack of those, and they look really good. So I was pretty excited about those. They'll get to ripen up on our counter. Wrapping up the produce, got another thing of lettuce. Some of that will be used tomorrow for that meal, but also in general because we've been using them. Cotton candy grapes. The regular grapes looked absolutely horrible, and they're up to $8 for a container. The cotton candy grapes, guys, it's $10 for this thing of grapes. And our kids absolutely love grapes. But again, this is why produce becomes harder and harder. And then people wonder why there's such poor nutrition in our area. And when you can't afford stuff, you go for what you can afford, and that's usually the junk food. Thing of strawberries, I don't even remember what the price was on these. I kind of quit paying attention to things after a while. But these look big and gorgeous, and they smell amazing. So excited for the kids for those. I can't eat them, but they smell amazing. Cottage cheese, not on the list, but it's been a little while since we've had some, and I know that one of our daughters absolutely loves it, and the little kids will probably enjoy that too. Another thing of honey butter, because that's what the kids like for breakfast on their bread. Slivered almonds, that's for a recipe I've got coming up this week. You guys should check out that meal plan video tomorrow and see just what all these are going to be used in. These veggie and mozzarella bites, it's made with the crust is made with cauliflower. It's not very big. It's like $3 for that bag. And I was curious to try those, so I went ahead and got one bag since they were on sale at Target. I also went ahead and got 2 each of these Amy's bowls. They're both gluten-free. That's so that I have something fast and easy in the freezer, because I've been running into some issues where I made a meal for the kids I just cannot eat, but I didn't have anything else quite ready. So it's caused a couple little issues. These Good and Gather date and nut bars. The girls that are doing the sugar cleanse eat the lemon and the apple. A couple of the other girls have been wanting them. Sean has also been liking those. Sorry about the kiddo in the background there. That's what happens when there's toddlers. So got some more of those for everybody. I got 10 more boxes of macaroni and cheese, because what we bought, we have been going through, especially with having an extra kiddo around and everything else. So, and when we have it, it gets used. So went ahead, it's still on sale for 99 cents a box. And then Target today has a $10 gift card for a $50 purchase. So that just all contributed, and I got my $10 gift card. Crescent rolls, because as long as they keep carrying them, I'm going to keep buying them, because we do use those, and the kids really like them. Frozen chicken patties, they make nice, fast sandwiches. Several of the kids really like those, so does Sean. The Twisted Fruit Ropes from Target, both those flavors. Another hit. Again, I don't really buy gummy snacks very often, so this is a huge treat. Having bought them for a couple of weeks, I almost hesitated today because I really worry about the kids' teeth when we buy that stuff very often. And right now, the dentist absolutely loves our kids because their teeth are always pretty awesome. So those probably going to hold off after this for a little while, just to give their teeth a rest. Giant thing of Parmesan. We use that and refill the shaker that's in our fridge. And then we just keep that container in the garage fridge and just refill it as needed, because it's actually cheaper per ounce to do it that way. Hot Pockets, because we haven't bought those in a long time, and I was thinking of convenience foods for the big kids. Those do have eggs in them, which means Taya cannot eat them, but Blake can if he chooses to. More of the mini pizzas. That's just something we've been out of for a while, so I went ahead and got those for the kids to enjoy. More of the snack packs. Having an extra kiddo around that I have to pack lunches and snacks for, and then comes home from school and has snacks. The kids actually plowed through the last box. We've got several of the packs of the animal crackers left, but pretty much everything else is gone. So we went ahead and got more of that. I'll try to encourage them to finish off the animal crackers before we open it, but we'll see what happens there. Half and half, that's for one of those recipes. The almond milk, that jug actually turned out to be really nice last week after Sean picked that up. And price-wise, it is better than buying the smaller cartons. So we will probably stick with getting those for a while, because saving even more money. And like I said, I found out that this has a better consistency than Sam's Club's almond milk. And it was going to cost me about 20 cents more. But now I'm saving that money. So guess what, Sam's Club? I am not buying your almond milk anymore. Toasted marshmallow syrup, that's for my coffee, because I like that in my coffee. I really don't know what else to say there. The live kombuchas, I am so excited, guys, that we found the grocery store that has even just this one flavor. We did catch somebody over in that department this morning who said that they were wondering why all of a sudden they were sold out, like all the time now. And we kind of laughed and said, it's because we keep buying them. So she's going to talk to, it turns out it's an independent distributor who brings those in. She's going to talk to them and see what they can do about hooking me up with some more of those. So, and the other flavors I like. So I'm really excited about that. Tub of butter. I'm just going to come down this way really quick. So we got tub butter, block of Colby Jack cheese, Colby Jack slices, 4 half-pound blocks of Monterey Jack. That is for a recipe that's coming up this week. And then these turkey sausages, they were sampling those at Sam's Club. And I figured, you know, with me trying to do better with certain diet things, that this was not a bad thing to have on hand for me. Coming back up here, we have got freeze-dried chives and parsley. Now, I've never bought the freeze-dried before. I'm really hoping that this works out well. I needed minced parsley for a recipe, and then I needed about 2 cups worth of chopped chives. Well, freeze-dried makes them shrink a little bit, so I'm kind of hoping that this is sufficient. Comparing those to the fresh prices, it was almost similar. In fact, the parsley was cheaper according to the fact that it says it's 3 bunches worth. But like the chives, what they had in the store looked absolutely horrible. I was not going to buy them. So this is hopefully a good alternative. Another recipe I'm making called for a Cajun seasoning, which, yes, this does say Creole, but I had found another one that said Cajun and they had the exact same ingredients. So I'm really hoping that those are equivalent. If you know otherwise, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or if you're confident that that's going to work just fine for us. Ground white pepper, again, that's for a recipe. The most stuffed Oreos and the double stuffed golden Oreos. This is because we ran out of our stash of bribery cookies, so I need to replace those. These are because, well, we're having that fencing party tomorrow, and I do know that at least one of the families watches my videos, so there you go. Sandy, I hope you enjoy having your kids sugared up for you. We love you guys. Okay, so chili seasoning. Normally, I just put my own seasoning blends together when I make chili, but I decided to go ahead and give the packet a try this time just to see what kind of difference it made, because it's been a really long time since I bought it. And, it was just, kind of an impulse too. The chocolate cheesecake hazelnut spread. This is something I had actually bought quite a while back. When we first got it, nobody was really sure if they liked it, so it lived in the cupboard for a while. Was recently rediscovered, and then it was discovered that everybody seems to love it. So I went ahead and bought another jar of that just because it has been going over so well lately. These are 4 8-ounce cans of sliced water chestnuts. The recipe technically calls for diced, but I'm pretty sure I can chop them up more if I want to. And I like water chestnuts, so that actually works out pretty well. Over here, we have got a Boston butt. It's a bone-in pork one. I try not to get the bone-in, but again, that is all Sam's Club had today. And at some point, I just got to take what I can get. So this one is about 11 1/4 pounds. This is actually going to be used for that meal tomorrow too, for a group of friends. That along with the remaining chicken that's in the fridge. And then we've got this to go ahead and make for this next week. It ended up being 10.3 pounds, which cost us $16.41. We go ahead and we cook both those fryer chickens in the Instant Pot, shred them, and use that as a lunch meat alternative. So that works out pretty well for us. I had to have been getting really munchy because you're going to see some themes here too. So freeze-dried mango with dark chocolate, and then freeze-dried strawberry with dark chocolate. They just sounded good and worth trying, so I went ahead and got them. Dish tabs, because we are starting to get low, and I have recently taken over doing dishes again. There's a story behind that, but it puts me even more on top of where we're at with those dish tabs and things. Starting at the top here, thing of Danishes. What can I say? They looked good. Kleenexes. With the cold that we have had going through our house, we have been going through those like crazy. We did have to go midweek to get more, but I did not want to run out midweek again, so I went ahead and got this, and they've got a 6-pack now, which was about 10 cents cheaper a box, but I guess about 9 cents cheaper a box. And so I went ahead and got the 6-pack because I know we'll use them. More bubbly. I actually have at least 1 box worth left out in the fridge still, with a couple extras. So guys, I'm doing really good at reducing how much I'm drinking. I just haven't cut it out completely yet. So I'm not quite to the point where I can make it 2 weeks off of one just yet, but we're getting there. The granola, because, well, we like those, and we actually ran out about halfway through this last week. So we went ahead and got 2 this week just to get us through, because both Sean and I are enjoying those. The raw chicken breasts, this one, see if I can flip it over here. The tag is completely mashed in there, which actually didn't matter too much anyhow because the weight is not entered on properly. There was a whole issue with getting this scanned at Sam's Club when we checked out. I can tell you it's $17.71 though. And then down to the end of the stuff here, we've got some raw sugar hand soaps. This we don't buy crazy often. It works better for one or two of our kiddos with sensitive skin, and it just is a really good brand as far as that goes. And then more of those elderberry gummies, just to finish helping everybody kick everything, because elderberry is a really good source of vitamin C and some of that. So there it goes. That is our massive haul. Now let me flip this so I can tell you all about the budget that we ran into. Are you whispering, trying to get Daddy's attention? This is what goes on in the background while I'm doing these grocery hauls. Snacks. I've got one that ducked behind the counter over there, so I'm not going to show her.
Be rivals.
I don't know what you're saying.
Be rivals.
That's the last picture.
Okay, so now that I showed you guys everything, I mean, you can see that is a lot of stuff. That is probably close to double the amount that we normally have sitting here on an average grocery haul week. I knew that this week was going to be a little bit bigger. This was a week where we had to stock up on certain things. We had to buy certain extra things. But it's also our extra paycheck, which happens every couple of months since he gets paid weekly. And we knew that we were going to have the ability to do a little bit extra. So I put some extra things in the meal plan this week that like called for more meat. So that's why we got the pork roast and the chicken breasts, plus our regular fryer chickens. Those three right there added up to quite a bit. However, that was not the bulk of it. All of this together, guys, we normally spend $300 or less every week to get groceries to feed our entire family for the week. And sometimes we've got a little bit left over here and there. And then I keep a lot of stuff in the pantry and I keep that stocked for the just in case moments. This week, guys, it was close to $500. That is about what we spent. I kind of feel like I went backwards as far as the budget goes. This is what happens when I throw caution to the wind. I knew I had room to wiggle and that I was going to be able to spend some extra. And then I allowed emotions to take over, and because I was just kind of having a rough day, and just said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to go get everything, apparently. So, like Sean and I were talking, $500 worth of groceries. I hope this lasts us longer than a week. And this will not be happening again for a while. So let this, I guess, be a cautionary tale for you guys that, you know, sometimes if you know that you've got a shopping issue when you're feeling emotional or something like that, maybe it's not a good time to go. Or especially if you don't think you can stick to a list. Now, I think if this was an average week and I knew I had the $300 cash in my pocket and that was it, I didn't have wiggle room, this probably would not have happened. But, you know, it just kind of a perfect storm of the way everything played out. And I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I have apologized to Sean a couple of times and he's told me, you know, don't stress it. It's okay. Got kind of an awesome marriage. So it all works out in the end. And there it goes. Like I said, this grocery haul is brought to you by a blown budget. Big time. Anyhow, there is everything we've got. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. And I hope that you're having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I will see you in the next one.